All right, guys, this is another new jig head from Primal that's aimed at the forward-facing sonar world. This is the Primal stroller roller jig head. And the reason I name it that is this jig head is awesome for mid-strolling or hover rigging, hover strolling. You know, the technique where you're casting a bait to suspended fish and you're retrieving that bait through those fish. This is the perfect jig head for that. And what makes this jig head so special, you can see, is the vast majority of this jig head's weight is on the shank of the hook. It basically has no head. So when I rig this bait, this is a drift fry we're going to put it in. When I rig this drift fry on this head, and you can see how well it just snaps up on there. All right, now I have a very, very compact looking head. You don't have a big bulky head sticking off the bait, but because the weight is distributed in this head, it's not all up here, it keeps the bait balanced. So as I'm trying to keep that bait suspended, it's keeping the bait from wanting to sink nose down. It's keeping that bait balanced, more level, more natural presentation, and it also seems to really help with the rolling action, which everybody seems to be, you know, just like me. It seems like the more you can get your bait to roll, the more color flash you get off your bait, the more bites you get. But this is the Primal stroller roller head. For those of y'all that are looking for the perfect head, I've been getting a lot of questions about this to a point where I've decided to start making some jig heads, create this Primal brand to solve some of these problems from a lot of y'all that are looking for what is the perfect jig head for all these different new scoping baits. This is it. This is the Primal stroller roller, and it will let your bait roll better than any jig head that's on the market, and it also gives your bait a supernatural look because you don't have this big bulky huge piece of lead sticking off the nose of the bait.